Alright, so last session we spent a little bit of time hunting down uh, a little bit of time hunting down leads for potential pilots. We spent a little bit of time freaking out over the sighting of a weird glow and cellos in space, and then talked to a party ship captain's private slash ensign, whatever it is called in the mercenary world, who then called you Vacant. Freaked out a little bit about that, and talked to them some more. Saw them get possessed and controlled to speak from a possession by a foreign spirit on the foreign spirit ship. Um, And there was a little bit more freaking out, just a little bit. It's not too much though. There's already been a lot of freaking out that session. And you've decided to take your crew, your bridge crew, plus Libra and Asta aboard the Foreign Spirit to talk to this alien entity in person, and so that it can smell you. It very specifically said, I want to smell you."
Yeah,
And you agree to this.
I mean, when you put it like that.
yeah.
I'm just reminding you so you don't think it's weird when he smells you. Weird-er.
Yeah, I mean, it's already weird.
It is weird, yeah.
Everything about this campaign has been weird, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Does anybody have highlights of the last session? I know it was 2 weeks ago.
I do think that probably the highlight for me was how I was slightly zoning out a little bit, I'll be honest. And then we got the communication from that guy, and he just said vacant, and suddenly I'm like, I'm like, what? He said the thing, he name dropped the thing.
That was very enjoyable for me. I'm going to add a secondary highlight of cornering Aurelia and terrifying the snot out of that poor girl.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say the crazy rambling.
What did we do to her again? What did we do to her again?
At least
These
figure out
basically was like,
like it.
stop using your psychic powers.
Oh
Stop
yeah,
it.
that was good. That was pretty
Yeah.
Okay, you said that, but stop.
good.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna bring us
I don't
into
think
game
has
prep.
Elise figured out Das's stuff yet, or not?
I think you
I don't think
tried
I've
to.
seen Das do anything with the powers now.
I thought you had tried to engineer a moment
I
where
had.
Das sensed the need in the meeting.
I'd tried to. I don't think we got there.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we ended up doing it. Yeah. It's fine. We'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there. It'll happen at some point, I'm sure.
I'm sure it will. Yes. And I think you decided, Ginja, that Das doesn't know, does she?
Yeah. No, I think it's like Das maybe knows that it's a thing that happens. That it's like, oh, I've got the thing I need with me, but it's not like a conscious.
Mhm.
Oh, I need this thing. I'll trigger it. It's like, oh, I need this thing. Oh, and I've got it with me. Cool.
Yeah, what I was.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I need this thing. Oh, okay.
Right. We got sucked into a conversation about when the sensing of the need would
Yeah.
occur.
Yes, and we worked out it's like a retroactive thing at the time of need,
Right.
Yeah.
but it would also show up sort of retroactively.
Right.
the
At
time
least
of
would
picking the
realize,
object up.
oh wait, I did see that, I just didn't recognize it. And that would go for any Metascion. Which pretty much tells them exactly what happened.
Yep.
Which is okay because I think that there's some flavor in Metascion that suggests that the Metascion can actually tell what power is being used. But
Don't know. Yeah.
yeah, I can't find it specifically, and I'm not going to search for it. I think that may just be a GMing convention that I've seen used and I liked. So I'm
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for some stuff, it makes perfect sense. It's like
yeah.
if you see a telekinesis psychic use their powers,
Mhm.
and you detect the power, and then you look at them and they're moving stuff around. It's like, I wonder what they're doing.
Yeah.
Right.
It's kind of the same with sense the need.
I was gonna say
Like, oh,
you
they've
don't
got
really
a thing now.
you don't really need to have metapsionics to be able to tell a telekinetic is telekinesis.
Indeed.
Well,
Yes,
you need to be able to identify who is doing it, but not the fact that
Indeed.
something is moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and jump ourselves. Has the starting board been updated?
Not sure. It
Or
has
the
not.
loading
I don't
page, I
know.
should say.
It has not.
We've done session 32. We should be at 30 and a half,
It should be.
I think,
I thought
maybe.
I thought
Because the near TPK was the end of 2,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
and that last session was 32.
You guys have complicated this so much with the half.
We have. Yeah. Well, but it's basically session number minus 1.5 at this point.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
it's so we should be at 30 and a half. So we've missed
Honest-
one somewhere.
Honestly, do you know what we need to do? We need to just go out and nearly get ourselves killed so that we can reset the counter.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and put the 30 and a half up there.
I do think that it's funnier to just skip 29 and a half. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I am moving you. To the foreign spirit.
That's kind of you, given that's what we were in the middle of doing at the end of last session.
Yeah. Did it load in all right for everyone?
It seems to have just backed up at this moment.
Yeah. No, we'll just leave off the foreign spirit, and we come back to like just wandering around Mona for like 2 sessions, right? And then come back. It's fine. We don't need sequential consistency in our story. It's fine.
I can't tell if you're being serious. Do you see foreign spirit or Mona?
Foreign spirit, as far as I can tell, inside of a ship.
Foreign spirit. I'm
Oh!
Yeah, I'm just joking because it's like, that's what we were doing, and I was just like, yeah, man,
Got me. You got me. All right, for that, I'm giving everybody an extra hit die. Take that back. That would actually be good for you.
I was gonna say.
No takebacks.
No, I don't want you to have that benefit. You don't get that boon. No.
There's no takebacks. You said it. We have it on
I'm
camera.
taking back. You said no takebacks. All right, how can I arrange this? That should work. No, don't do that. Oh, freak's sake. God damn it. Fuck you, Microsoft. Alright. Okay. Sorry, that was me trying to position a Word document without it filling up the right side of 2 screens because they happen to be on top of each other. And I believe we need some music for this also.
I wouldn't mind.
Tension. Sounds good to me.
Sounds tense.
I'm gonna grab the characters that you put Raza chip screen that you put in the away box. and bring them over. And there you are. As you're looking into the through the open airlock, the open inner airlock of the foreign spirit into this compartmentalized little party section, there are two others like it, separated by similar airlock and breaches. But this is the one where people are congregating right now because people are slowly taking off to leave, and it's more efficient to just have one airlock being open and closed. I think. I'm sure that works out somehow. Um, you see Captain Karras. Socializing is the word I'm looking for. Carousing, socializing with some guests. Seems to be fine at this point. And overall, you see 9 people in here. Do not see Ryan. Captain Karras looks up from the guest that he's talking to, a slim woman with a vibrant tattoo snaking up her arms, and over at you, and smiles and waves.
Cassie nods back.
Ah, the latecomers from the Rattling Zabra, everyone. The people look up. There's small little pockets of engaged guests throughout the small well, not small compartment. It's fairly sized, but throughout the cargo compartment.
Mm-hmm.
And you get various waves and nods, and then they kind of go back to what they were doing, who they were talking to.
Probably for the best. If this turns into a whole ass thing, we don't want everyone anxious about it, you know?
Yeah. Can you repeat that for me real quick?
I said it's probably for the best. If this turns into a whole thing, it's better that they're not all anxious about it.
Yeah, I was just getting your volume. I needed to turn you up a little bit. Alright,
Okay.
we're good. And he starts walking over to you. And waving you in from the airlock into the cargo, well, converted cargo bay proper. Libra steps in. Actually, move you into the space. That's not, she's not literally hanging to the wall there, just to represent ish. Suppose we could actually use the floor space since there's plenty of it.
Why not have Libra sit nicely on the couch?
Libra doesn't want to sit right now. Libra wants to watch Daz climb around like a monkey.
Well, I saw a vent,
Fair enough.
That's what's in it.
I was gonna say, if there's anyone who can handle that monkey movement.
That is very true. Yep. Asta follows in also, and I will go ahead and move Doug in. Yeah. Not sure if we have Meowkin right now.
I'm not sure.
And says, thank you for coming here. Seems like we have a lot to talk about. Win, get comfortable. Take off your vac suits.
I'd prefer to keep mine on. No offense. It's comfy. It's got pockets.
Suit yourself.
You'd be surprised how real that is on a vac suit.
Was that
You'd be surprised how rare that is on a vac suit.
Yeah, it sounds pretty ideal. As he's talking to you, Captain Earl Karras straightens and looks intently at you all. What are you?
I'm trying to figure that out myself. I'm not entirely sure where I'm from and kind of like, what components made me, you know what I mean?
Then he loosens. He says under his breath, "Oh, I thought we had an understanding. Just let me do this." He looks nervous under his confident facade. Yes, so you're not humans?
That's for you to tell us, I guess.
Don't
Yeah,
make him talk again, please. Just
I feel pretty human.
Yeah, this is the first evidence we've had that we might not be. I always thought I was.
and despite Earl's kind of pleading with Tor takes over again. Or vacant and hollow. Where did? Oh, there's Das, right in front of me, hidden. Very good. 4 of you, nothing inside.
Okay, what does that actually mean, though? Like,
It means you are not living. You are not people. You are not human.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that would share that opinion, but I'm going to take personal offense to you saying that I'm not human and I'm not people.
okay, what's the difference? And how come you're the only one who's been able to pick up on it?
In human philosophy, I have read, you have no soul. The rigid Earl Karras leans back just a little bit, as if looking down upon you, even though he's actually probably shorter than a lot of you. Says, but your human philosophies on life and death are also wrong. It's been amusing to watch.
You are
So,
talking. Oh, on you go.
would you key us in onto how we, and like air quotes, died?
Yeah, you're giving us a whole lot of looking down for somebody who hasn't given us any answers or alternative theories yet.
I owe Vacant nothing.
Percy just sort of, instead of responding, just gestures over at Asta and Libra.
I owe humans nothing.
You owe anybody anything?
It is a frail human concept. No.
And yet you're using it.
You asked us here. Why?
Wanted
you don't
to
owe us
smell
anything.
you. To feel you. And those are you're all watching. I'm not going to ask for a notice check at this point.
Yeah. Why can't I shake the feeling that someone is about to get the soul sniffed out of them just to prove his point?
um,
Hmm.
Elise, you in particular noticed the sudden the sudden vibration of low bass and cello clashing against a similar but just a little bit off cello, discordant as it were, and you see the silvery blue. Everyone else, you see what looks like a a mote of dust caught in a bright beam that's, just flickering enough to catch your eye. As I described earlier, also, it could, if you weren't paying attention, if you didn't know what you're looking for, just look like the lights flickered and somebody needs to go change a bulb.
Hmm.
But that shiny mote uh, streaks towards Percy.
Oh god.
Please give me a mental save.
Well, been nice knowing y'all. Oh,
Yeah. Our saves are pretty good nowadays.
They are, and
is this just you survived the position?
you feel a clutching control. Sorry, hang on. Let me recall how I described this. No, you don't feel a clutching control. You feel as if something is washing over you. Something is mentally washing over you, through you, like you're a kid standing in the waves of the beach, but only up at knee high. And then you all see that mote of light return to Captain Karras.
Oh.
Empty. What use have you?
Yeah, that's. Percy just sort of waves his hand in front of his face. That's my head. Out, please. Out.
Um,
But yeah, while he's sort of looking for words, Percy just goes, like, look at me, I'm doing as much as any person. So, are you dicking on me, or are you dicking on the entire human race?
he flips a hand rigidly off to the side in a common human gesture of, bah, this is pointless, and turns around.
Yeah, Percy's also about to flip his hand in a gesture as well.
Your life is meaningless, futile. Your existence is pointless. And he starts
You said that we were dead. What life?
he starts walking away from you.
Then who are you to judge that?
Someone who will live far longer than you.
Bullshit!
That gets the attention of a few people out there.
Yeah, no,
There's-
you've given us nothing but condescension. Why should I give a single fuck about anything that you say?
There's some murmuring quietly among the passengers here. And at least there's that discordant cello again. The rest of you, anyone with a notice skill of at least 0, sorry, everyone sees the flicker of light. Anyone with a notice of 0 sees the light chase into a Chinese-looking man who's sitting off on one of the couches. At least
fuck it.
you
We're
see it
getting
very clearly. The blue light streaks from Karras from around his head and envelops it traces a line around the skull and down the spine, and then kind of suffuses out through all the limbs and nerves of this person before again becoming invisible. But you see who he has just possessed. And this Chinese man looks over at you while Captain Karras kind of shudders and collapses. Chinese man looks over and says, "You should leave."
Yeah, no, that's not a bad idea. I mean,
You called us
this-
here and now you're telling us to leave.
no, this was a complete waste of time. We got absolutely nothing. There's no point to us being here. Nothing useful. Nothing worth anything. And Percy is looking at the Chinese guy by this point. Nothing that matters. So, hey, why should we still be here?
Yeah, I hope we never see each other again. This is a massive waste of time.
That flicker of light again, and it moves to a woman sitting across the room. A few meters away. At least you can, kind of get a sense for it's starting to narrow down what its range actually is.
The thing I'm noticing is that its range is not any of us four.
Mm.
And she kind of jumps a little bit, blinks, and then just looks over at you. She does not seem to be rigid as the others who've been controlled have been. The Chinese guy, however, is looking around. What was that? What was that? And he starts going on about something invading his mind.
Yeah, I wish we had an answer for you, but somebody isn't taking the chance to monologue.
Oh no! That sounds like a dig at the GM, an evil villain not monologuing?
It was meant as an in-character dig.
I took it as that.
It's okay, you're making us work for the monologue, I understand that.
I do need to move my document because I did not notice that there was a chat in Discord. So I've moved it where I can see that now. Yeah, the young woman that he has jumped into and just kind of leans against the wall, continues leaning against the wall. You really should leave. It's not safe for you here.
I mean, you haven't presented any danger to us so far, or any knowledge, or anything really.
Did you enjoy your smelling?
My what?
That was the whole reason we came here. So that you weird fucks could smell us.
She straightens up, rigid again, says, "You're not..." Sorry, let me try to get her voice. "You're not worth smelling." And with that, there's a little bit of an escalation in action. So
Yeah.
the Chinese guy pulls out a hang on. I forgot what I gave to them. Okay, yeah. Pulls out a laser pistol and aims it at her. There's
Yeah.
something possessing her.
Oh, hey, you're not worth smelling. Do you know what that sounds like to me? It sounds like, "Ah, my spooky pillows don't work, but I'm too smug to admit it." Ah."
There's a little bit more going on at this point, with a laser pistol drawn. The young woman is no longer rigid and looks like, well, she's got a laser pistol aimed at her. And there's other people here. The other people here are also kind of trying to calm him down and ask what's going on. There's a cacophony through which Percy's well-spoken bait and ridicule is lost.
Ah, shame.
Probably not completely. It's very likely that whatever is possessing things, this entity heard it completely fine.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah. It was
I mean,
too...
it's probably going to very swiftly turn out to not be good, but
Hmm.
Would you kindly just put the gun down?
She's a spirit, a demon.
Yeah. Well, what happens when you shoot the person possessed by the demon? You don't kill the demon, you kill the person that's being possessed.
I'm willing to take that risk.
That's not a risk, that's what's going to happen.
She is pleading at this point. I'm not possessed. Please don't shoot me.
oh yeah, no, I know how to calm this down. Hey, old man. Percy just snaps his finger a few times. Old man, over here. You shoot her, I shoot you. Put the gun down, yeah?
Is Percy drawing any weapon to back this up?
No, but if the old man shoots, he is going to realize that was a bad idea. And you know, like the casual threat of significant violence. Yeah.
Then tie her up, and that provokes an entirely new round of argument. Sides are being drawn, and it's not just one side against another side.
Oh, you got possessed first. Shouldn't we tie you up too?
I kicked him out.
Dex, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Is this actually glass?
No.
Damn. Okay. Well, I don't know how effective this is going to be, but I'm just going to pull out a pistol and aim it directly at the wall.
Well,
Okay,
actually,
the next person who says something out of order, I'm going to breach this entire fucking building.
I take it back.
Ooh.
That is glass. I forgot the picture I used. That is glass, but it just goes into the other cargo bay.
That's fine. I'm just pointing it at the wall. Everyone should hopefully recognize that any bullet on a spaceship is a very bad idea.
Hey, Percy just sort of nudges Elise. I think this will make your point a little bit better. And slings the thunder gun, hands it over.
I don't want to pull that.
That makes a much bigger hole than a pistol. I will. This is something we haven't really come up to yet, so I want to lay the stage. In my setting, pistol round through hole, yes, it causes a problem. It is going to start sucking the air out, but the bullet hole is so small, it's not an immediate threat. Thunder gun could quite possibly tear one or two people that are near the breach out, and it will jostle the hair of anyone deeper in, and then very quickly start to suffocate them.
Like a pistol hole is gonna be a leak. Thunder gun
Yes.
hole is gonna be an explosive decompression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is exactly right.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you're threatening people to try and get them in line, pistol hole ain't nearly as scary.
That does get everyone's attention, except for the most recently possessed woman. Everyone, go ahead and give me a notice skill check. Notice with wisdom, except for Elise.
I think Das got a bit distracted somewhere.
Probably
I don't know what by, but something.
Probably the gun noise. Oh, that's a 13.
Nah.
Percy's paying
Das gets
attention.
distracted by guns that are being held by friendly people. Like, she knows that you're not going to shoot her. So, yeah. Maybe she's noticed some vent and she's working out where the connections go or something.
Meow, can you want me to roll for you? Or are you more of a passive watcher in this?
I am hoping that he is not succumbing to the sickness, as it were.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
We'll leave him be for a minute. Oh, I see him typing. Ellie? Yep.
Yeah, it was knowledge notice. What?
It's a wisdom notice skill check.
Wisdom notice. Right. I heard knowledge. I don't know. I was like, that doesn't sound quite right.
And actually, was did you want Riley present on this?
I think she was staying safely behind, but she could be watching through like video feed or something.
Yeah, I was thinking something like
Through one of the vac suit feeds. Yeah, that's fine.
yeah, that. I think words are hard. Okay.
They are. Oh, nice.
Or iris feed. Well, this is more of a meeting than a or the vac suit.
Probably the vac suit. I don't remember Iris being asked to go along.
Yeah, no. It's probably not the best moment for her to go along either. So.
All right. Unfortunately, Meowkin, no dice. That was a 5.
Actually, that's 2 dice.
Yeah.
Nope. That was no dice.
Join Das down in the 5. Yeah, we got a 13, a 12, an 11, and 2 5s.
Alright.
So, Doug and Das are just not being observant today.
And I think I had missed that 119 is also aboard, so let me move him over.
Wait, what?
We rolled. Nox, did you want 119 there, or John there?
The 2-week time miss made me forget whether or not 119 had gone on or not.
I thought we left you behind, so there'll be one vacant person there and one vacant person away.
Ah,
or one that we knew
right.
vacant.
Yeah, okay, that makes logical sense.
You can also be watching through feeds like Riley then. That's not a problem. Unfortunately,
you could be sick in the med bay if you want.
that's probably a bad idea with Riley there.
That's literally why she's there. How?
We've heard how you talk.
That doesn't mean I'm gonna treat my patients bad.
Yeah,
Some of
and
it was standard.
Cardi, no
And
thank
fairness-
you. I don't want to die.
In fairness, Percy had a pretty good experience in the med bay.
All right. So those of you that are present and got a 10 or better did notice that the entity has jumped from. I'm going to start using their names now just because it's easier for me.
Yeah.
Jumped from Luna, the quiet one in the shadows, in the corner, kind of, over to a short-haired woman with a mischievous grin and a sleek black jumpsuit, apparently.
Huh.
She was already looking pretty agitated by guns being drawn, a threat of a breach, and almost looks like she was going to take some matters into her own hands until she snaps rigid. And that plus a little bit of a light connection, light movement, is what the 10s get you. Over on the ship, you both got a 12. You can't see the light. All you can see is Samantha's reaction when she's agitated and then she's calm and stiff.
What? But that was like 1 point lower than I could have rolled at max. What do you mean I can't see?
You
The light
can't.
isn't
You cannot
visible
see the
through
light. It
cameras.
does not transmit over the cameras.
Oh my god. Oh, okay, that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we established this before.
That
Yeah,
makes
it's
a lot-
not a you didn't see it. It's not seeable.
Yeah,
yeah.
right. It doesn't. What the fuck kind of light is it? Now I'm worried. Good. I'm very glad I'm not there. Good luck.
Thank you.
And this woman in a jumpsuit smirks, and in that rigid speech, you should calm everyone down. And then jumps again, and now she's freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, no, I'll be honest. I'm kind of losing track of what we should probably be doing here. Anyone else got any ideas?
I mean, I'm saying this out of character just for reference.
Do you
Yeah.
guys want a quick 5-minute out of character council?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
Go for it.
I mean, we just keep probing it to move, and then I guess I can just try shooting it with the laser rifle.
Okay. Is that the in case of entities one?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. I'm down to try that.
that's the only thing that I think we can do to escalate the situation, other than just maybe leaving.
Yeah, I mean, see, logically that would kind of make sense. However, it also feels like a loss, and therefore we're very unlikely to do it.
Yeah.
I see Meow type in here.
Isolate it or try to hit it mid-transfer with the rifle if possible.
Mm.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, one of those tracks. Not backing down. Backing down is absolutely not our forte. But
Oh yeah, if it does have a range, why don't we just try to get people to move to the other side?
we trap it in one person.
Yeah.
What would that really do if we try to get it in there?
If we trap it on one person, it'll force it to like abandon its host, which I think might kill it if it can't get another one. So the four of us could just gang up this person, drag them to the other side before they transfer,
Yeah.
and then
The
say,
five of
"Well,
us-
you're fucked
five of-
now."
5 of us Libra safe too.
Yeah.
Probably.
I do like that idea.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
And if it does try and move, we can then still try and hit mid transfer.
Yeah.
On the Libra point, I do want to say, it was saying stuff about some of us not having souls, right?
Yeah.
And it said that was 4 of us. So like, if you'd asked us beforehand which of the 6 of us have souls and told us it's not all of us,
Yeah.
we'd probably have said 5 of us do. But the one that we would have maybe said didn't, maybe does.
That's weird. I wonder why I said that.
Yeah. Couldn't possibly be intentional, right?
Probably not.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think it's
Either that-
basically that.
Either that, or it turns out that one of Percy, Das, Elise, and Doug actually does have a soul. Maybe it's just not registering Libra as a person in the first place, and therefore it
Yeah.
doesn't see her as a person without a soul.
Maybe it's who's done a bunch of crimes and who hasn't.
Yeah, Libra still falls out of that. Libra falls out of that more than Das does. Let's be real.
What? Not having done crimes?
No, wait, what? I mean, Libra has done more
Das
crimes
is.
than Civil.
Yeah, Libra's done a bunch of crimes.
That's what I'm
Das
saying.
basically hasn't.
Yeah, I worded it poorly, but that's what I meant. Libra's done more crimes
Yeah.
than Das. So it can't be has done a load of crimes means no soul.
Why not? Astra and Das. I mean,
So-
I don't think it is that, but.
Oh yeah, it's unlikely. I feel
So
like
you
we're getting
guys
off track.
have
We're getting
all
off track.
worked together long enough for you to take your 5 minute off-screen discussion and form it into a plan that is, just kind of what you guys do. I'm not going to make you communicate. We're going to do this, this, and this. Somebody start it, and you can have your characters follow in line with the kind of teamwork that long time working together will give. You've been in very stressful situations, even if they were just out salvaging things, and you've got that teamwork benefit to work together. So
Yeah.
putting aside any concerns about how you're going to coordinate, what do you guys want to do? Oh, Jackal has just snuck off the bathroom.
Jackal too? Oh, okay. But yeah, I do feel like
I think we should try and isolate it into one person. I don't know who we should try and get it into, but I think we should isolate it and get one person so it can't keep jumping and messing people up. There are, I think, ways to do that in sort of safe ways, assuming it has a maximum range, and assuming we have at the very least a corridor that is at least twice that long.
That smirk.
yeah, so we can put it in the middle, yeah. But yeah, honestly, I think just like cornering it at one edge of a room and getting Libra and to a lesser extent Asta to shepherd everyone the other direction probably works.
It might do, yeah. So the thing with doing it that way is if it jumps to someone that is in the other group, we don't know what the range is. But the foolproof way of getting it in the corner with everyone else on the other end and it not having the chance to jump is basically make sure it's at one end of the hallway with some group, and make sure everyone else is at least twice its range away, and then one person that is not currently the host starts walking.
See, Ginja, I feel
Once
like
they're out of range, they're safe. If they get
feel
jumped, they turn back.
I feel like this requires quite a lot of both shepherding the possessed person who really doesn't want to be shepherded and using other people who don't want to be possessed as pawns.
Indeed. Well, it requires getting them to and you can do it split in half and it's basically separate people into 3 groups.
No, it's basically
And
hey, we get a volunteer to get possessed. We'll do our best not to shoot you.
Well, no, we don't need a volunteer. We just take whoever is already possessed. the splitting is just to make sure that the group that we've defined as definitely not possessed doesn't get like accidentally possessed. It's like you have a set of definitely not possessed and a set of someone is possessed. You split the second set in half and separate everyone so that it can't jump between sets, and then whichever of the second split sets doesn't have the entity in, you merge with the safe set, and then repeat until the possessed set is just one.
I've got to be honest, if you've lost me out of character, then you definitely can't communicate wordlessly in character.
Yeah, it would work, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I believe you, but yeah.
I'm going to put to you the challenge of moving a possessed person when the possessor can near instantly move to another person.
Yeah. If there's a maximum range to it that we can determine, and we have a space that allows 3 groups to be that distance away from each other or more, it is possible for us to, as long as we can control the position of all the people, it's possible for us to get it down to a group of 1.
There's
Yeah,
also
and
human elements
with
you will need to somehow
ignoring the,
convince.
Yeah, that's the bit, is we'd need to control the position of the people. We can't have people running around. So.
Is that the plan that you want
yeah.
to try and go forward with as a group?
I don't think it'll work, really. Theoretically it works. Practically, it's gonna not let us do that.
Yeah, we do need a certain amount of practically here, don't we?
Yeah. Probably not.
Yeah, I mean, me brandishing my thunder gun didn't get anyone to calm down in a appreciable way, so.
Yeah.
Now, I think Bialkin is trying to put here that Union Bolter does not actually damage ship components. It will not make a hull breach.
Yeah, that's maybe an idea then. Yeah, that's an idea.
Yeah.
So it's a way to scare people into thinking, oh crap, because it makes the loud bang and the pops.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like you could shoot at the wall and then aim at the people and chase them backwards while we are dragging the possessed person in the opposite direction.
Are we the bad guys?
Yes, we established that at the start of the campaign.
Okay,
Yeah, I think
good.
we knew that from the start, right?
Just making sure.
Don't worry, we're still the bad guys.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think if we can try and, at the very least, we need to calm the situation down so the humans don't get out of control.
Okay. So you've got a plan that you want to try and separate the humans into groups. Before you can begin that, you need to get the humans cooperating and following your instructions. And it sounds like you want to fire a basically a void carbine, harmless to ship pistol into the wall to cause a sudden what the heck reaction and kind of like, you know, a high-pitched whistle over a group of partygoers' head, forcing them to listen.
You know what? Nox actually raises a fantastic point. We could just like shoot to get their attention, then go, you go, you go, you go.
Ah, okay.
Go. And we have, let's say Percy, go with them just so that like there's somebody right there to jump them if the entity jumps out at them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, moving them one at a time works.
Yeah, I mean, splitting the group in half works as well, but.
Yeah.
Moving them one at a time is probably simpler to accomplish in a practical sense, because you don't have to get half the group moving. You just have to pick a person and say, "You get over here."
Yeah, it's easier to conceptualize as well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but yeah.
Well, it's equivalent. Yeah. It's equivalent.
Well, I mean, with 2 or more people, they could just continue jumping to the one that we aren't pinning down.
Exactly.
Well, no, the idea would be if you've got a group of 4, you take 2 of them and split them off, and then whichever group of 2 it's not in, you can get out and they're safe, and then the remaining group of 2, you've just halved the size of the set that it could be in. And you can do that from any size. So, you know, if you've got 8 people, you can take half the group and get 4.
I think the problem with that is that if you're having the group, then as half the group is going away, it's a lot harder to spot if it's jumped out of that than if it's one person going away.
True.
Yeah, if say the jumps onto the group of 4 right before they're out of range, now we have to deal with the same thing.
No, that's fine. That's fine. If it the point of that is if it jumps on the group of 4 right as they're out of range, that doesn't matter. That just switches which of the groups of 4 is known safe. The idea of doing it by half rather than by 1 is if you've got 8 people, you only have to do 3 steps rather than 7.
If we had infinite space, yes. If we don't have infinite space,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
the issue.
Yeah, and say it's like on the third iteration of sending people away that it gets into one of the people that's going away, then basically the larger group by that point you have to start sending people back.
Yeah.
Mm,
At some point, there's going to be a crossed wire, and it'll be able to jump back to, the rest of the groups.
yeah,
Yeah.
it does work with a group with 3 groups, but
Yeah, you know,
yeah,
it seems
because
like
you need, like, even with the group of 1,
Yeah.
you need some space between them going out of range of the unsafe group and into range of the safe, because otherwise it can sort of jump right at the last moment and then be in range of the safe group.
I'm going to jump in
Yeah,
and
you have to fit them away.
say that
Yeah.
I think the idea behind both plans is, like, the concept behind both plans is understood. You guys need to decide on one.
Practical execution point of view, the separate one. There's not
Cool.
that many people. It doesn't save that many steps to do it in halves.
I'm sold. One at a time it is.
Yeah, but we need to have it where it's like, I'm gonna just draw a script. We've got, like, people are known not, people who are known maybe. One of these goes over here, and then we make sure that they're not, and then they go over here. And these distances are long enough that they can't jump across.
Yeah, and with that in mind, unless Doug is going to start shooting his bolt gun into the wall, Percy's going to take it off him and start shooting instead.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to know whether you're going to do the group separations or the split off one by one, and I need to
One by
know
one.
By one.
one by one. Okay, great.
Yeah, with as much separation as we can manage in the space that we have.
Yeah.
Well, you do have a shuttle pilot
Yeah,
standing by.
Yeah, we can separate them all the way off the ship.
Yeah, seems like too much fucking about.
Yeah.
The shuttle can carry as many people as you've got here. It's not like a 2 or 3 person shuttle. It's a regular 10 person shuttle.
Is there somewhere else we could shuttle them to, vaguely nearby, that's not our ship?
Not terribly nearby. If you wanted to take, half an hour to an hour to get to different ships.
Yeah.
But just getting the shuttle farther away than the range you guys were at when you undocked from the Foreign Spirit would take seconds.
Yeah, but that doesn't let us do multiple steps. So
no,
I think given that, we kind of need to almost convince it to stop jumping and just say, hey, look, if you keep being stupid about this, we're just going to leave. If you want to talk, let's talk.
See, that's the thing though, it doesn't want to talk. That's not a valid threat. It doesn't want to talk.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah. It wants us to come here, but it doesn't want to talk. Yeah.
See, it feels like it's still in a position of superiority. We need to spook it somehow, cut down its options to sort of change the script. And with that in mind, Percy is going to take John's bolt a gun and just aim it right over the top of where the sort of biggest bulk of people is, and bang, bang.
Alright, so we've got the second stage of the plan. Scare people into listening. Just to make it easier for the one by one, I want it equally easy for both plans logistically. Just you guys deciding which one you prefer. So the one by one, the shuttle is actually docked far enough away that it's about the same range as you've already measured between the Raza, where Elise was in the Raza's airlock, and where Ryan was in this ship's airlock. So that shuttle is already at that distance and is a place where people can be split off. It's also a place where you could put one of the groups that you use.
Hmm.
You've got the 1x1. You've got Percy bolter gunning into the hull above the party people.
I mean, neither of the separation plans works unless we can have 3 groups separated. We need 3 groups for it to work.
Is that the case? I don't understand why.
If you've got one, if you're trying to transfer one person from the unsafe to the safe set,
Yeah.
there's nothing that stops them getting halfway across, and then it just does 2 jumps into
Yeah,
the
do we
safe, into the supposed safe set.
So you don't need
Do we know-
3
We have to be
groups.
able
You
to-
need
Yeah.
distance between the
Yeah,
2 groups.
You just need space between the two. Between the two.
Well, yeah, okay. You need twice the range between the 2 groups, but that's equivalent to having
Yeah.
3 groups.
That's
got
actually the
zero.
case with any
Okay.
transfer you do.
Genja, there's a difference between like this 3 groups and this 2 groups. There's a difference, you know.
Yeah. I'm
don't-
okay.
I don't know why
I'm
we do it.
talking groups as sets that could be freely jumped between.
Yeah,
You
me
need
too.
to be able to take them. Yeah, but if you've got
Like I don't see why the 3rd group can't just be in that gap between the two, the middle 2, and just be one person.
yeah, it can, but it's a 3rd
Right.
group. It can just be one person
fair, that's
in
fair.
the middle, but it's still a group
think-
of 1.
I think
Yeah,
we're
but that's
delving into the realm of semantics.
We are, yeah. And Percy shooting over the group was meant to get us out of the realm of semantics.
All
So-
right. Well, I've already moved past the grouping anyway, so let's go back to we've got the 1x1 plan. Percy is going to get attention with the bolter gun. What is your
Yeah.
plan once you've got the attention, assuming that succeeds?
We'll figure it out. We'll get there.
Okay. Everyone okay with flying by the seat of your pants on that?
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
worked up until now.
All right.
Yeah. So, Percy,
Then
bolt a gun over the crowd. Bang, bang. Over the top of the crowd, I hasten to add. I'm not actually shooting anyone yet.
right. And Elise has. I'm confused as to what Elise has right now. Because
Other than the rifle.
the in case of entity.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Did I give you all the stats on that? You recall?
At the time, I think.
Yeah. Let me see if they're. Attack.
Let me go to my sheet. Because it had a +2 bonus, 2 attack bonus. Was the only thing I wrote on it.
So it's a +1 artifact weapon. It also has a +1 attack because it is a rifle or a laser rifle. So it also has the +1 damage as an artifact weapon.
Yep, and I have that.
Okay. There are a couple of other benefits to it. Let me just go ahead and paste these. I thought I'd posted it.
You might have, and I might not have copied them down.
Well, I couldn't find it when I did a quick search for it, so I probably didn't. But that's your Mutek rifle.
Spend 1 system strength to remove snap attack penalty. Spend 1 system strength to reroll attack against naked and. Okay, neat.
Yeah, it seems designed for entities. Now, Elise doesn't know these things like intellectually, but will be able to use them, and has a sense of will have a sense of the rifle doing what it's designed to do.
Neat.
Naked entity in this case refers to an entity that is not actively possessing someone.
Yeah.
Basically in transition.
Can I shout at the people now and get us into some action?
What was that?
Yes.
I
Go
think
ahead and make yourself a charisma shoot skill check.
God, I hope this goes well. Shoot, what am I talking about? It'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Yeah.
God. Oh God.
No. That's not fine. That's not great.
Yeah. Fuck. Fuck.
Is at least going to alternate outcome that?
If we would like, absolutely.
I would appreciate it.
That is, yeah, that's not going to get the best results that you want.
Boop. And I can't do that for you again today.
I think we're okay.
Okay.
no.
That's going to get a fantastic response. Do you want to say anything along with that, Viral?
Yes. Yes.
Go
we do.
for it.
So bang, bang, and I imagine the crowd sort of startles, and Percy just stands there. He's got the bolter gun very visibly in one hand, and not drawn. He slung it back over his shoulder, but his other hand on the handle of the thunder gun, and he's gonna say, "Right, this is how this is gonna work. Unless our spooky little friend here wants to play nicely, we're gonna split the group. We're gonna start sending you all off one by one. I'm gonna go with to make sure that none of you get possessed, or however you want to put it. And if Spooky Boy wants to start jumping about between bodies, then," and Percy sort of gestures over to Elise, "we're going to shoot you out of the fucking sky."
As Percy is finishing that up, Boy does jump. Does Elise take the shot? I'm going to set very clearly the conditions that you're currently in. You have spooked them. You've gotten their attention. You have not convinced them yet. That's going to take a little bit more doing.
That's fine.
So is Elise going to take that shot?
To be clear, it's like coming out a little bit, right?
No, it is jumping from one person to another.
Okay.
Give it at least a warning shot.
I would like to take that shot. Can I have 4 system strain on my sheet? I cannot recall for the life of me where that came from.
That's probably from salvage. You can clear that.
Okay.
Nice.
So
yeah, anyone that has system strain right now, you can go ahead and clear that.
I am fine adding in a system strain to attempt to just hit it outright.
Well, you can wait until after you roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know for sure that one shot from this won't just vaporize it.
You do have to decide ahead of time if you want to remove the snap attack penalty, though.
So I do want to spend the system strain.
Yes, I guess that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want the penalty. I just want to hit it.
I see what you're saying. I jumped to that meaning that you wanted the reroll, whether you regardless of your roll. Yeah, go ahead and remove the snap attack penalty with system strain.
Yeah. Just for the it's not great mechanically for me to not burst with it, but for the role play of just one shot, one hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No burst.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty
That
good.
is pretty good.
And this particular situation doesn't even need any stretching to be in case of entity.
Who knew? Well, it did though. Who knew that Elise was this good with her laser rifle? Well, you've seen her sniping. And yeah, Elise's warrior and combat just training, wherever she got it from, kicks in. The Mutek, in case of entity rifle, carries her the rest of the way. She can feel that there's actually a little bit of tech in this rifle that's maneuvering it, adjusting her aim, and correcting for positioning and predicting its arc. That would have missed if you hadn't removed the penalty. So system strain well spent, and the beam of light doesn't even make it across the room and into hull plating. Like, you guys didn't know what would happen there. You might have just blown a hole through a hole, or put a leak into the cabin. But
yeah, we were willing to risk worse earlier.
It's max.
It's not like we care.
it smacks into the light. There's a burst of light, and then the entity Tor snaps back into. I think I'd put him in Sam last, right? Snaps back into Sam, and now she looks freaked the fuck out, and guns are drawn.
Yeah, Percy's just gonna say, "You heard me. You want to try that shit again, or can we talk?"
Are you trying to talk to Tor, or are you trying to talk to the people that think you're attacking them? Well,
The entity,
about to talk to them.
they just saw us shoot
Attack them.
something in midair that created a massive flash. I think they know that there's something more going on here.
They don't seem to.
Huh.
I mean, okay, I take that back. They know something more is going on here,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you've made the most visible displays of violence.
You can talk to the entity. I'll talk to the crowd. And basically just tell them that, we're not going to hurt anyone individually here, right? We're having a conversation with the fucking ghost. Now everyone calm down, put your guns down. It's
Yeah,
fine. You stay in your corner. Nothing bad has to happen.
At the same time that Percy says, "Yeah, I warned you, you spooky little fuck. You want to try that again, or can we talk?"
All right, let's go ahead and get a skill check from Elise. How is she trying to approach this with the crowd? Is her tone menacing? She's trying to intimidate them into or not necessarily intimidate them, but give them the fear of the situation. Is she trying to be comforting that things are going to be all okay? How do you want to approach this?
I wanna say it's like one of those comforting with the insinuation of, if you step out of line, we will take you down. But you don't have to, right?
Okay.
We're not here for you.
All right. You're already getting a +1 from Percy's 12 earlier. Do you want to try and have? Well, let me just not beat around the bush. Do you want Libra to make a visible display of being a combat android to get you another +1?
Oh, that would be nice.
That would be good.
Okay. Libra opens up the compartments that house her dual plasma projectors and takes a combat android stance. And combined with her height and that slight uncanny valley that makes it more easy to visibly identify her as an android, it's clear she's a fucking combat android. You brought a warbot to this. So you've got a total of +2 to your roll. For the comforting, I'll let you roll connect or lead.
I'll go for connect.
Okay.
2?
And charisma, obviously.
It was a 2 modifier, right?
Yes.
How are we feeling about that 9?
That 9 is going to get you a partial success. It's a success with people calming down and giving you some room to maneuver, but it's a time limited success or stress limited success. Basically, it will put a clock on the board through which you'll need to, or against which you'll need to work. Any setbacks will push that clock forward. A 12 will, if you want to re-roll that, a 12 would get you all the way up to, you basically have unilateral control, absent accepting anything that would obviously set them off, anything major. And I would tell you before anything major, as long as it's reasonable for you to know it. So do you want to reroll and go for that?
The numbers are kind of on my side to be able to get a 12.
Okay.
Mm.
And there's really no risk except that you can't reroll, may force yourself to reroll later.
Yeah.
God, all of this hedging and reassuring and no, sure, it's fine, is just building up towards getting like a 5 or something.
Let's
Can't be a 5.
we'll go for it anyway.
Can't roll a 5.
Not with that.
Before you reroll, could 119 assist with lead?
I'd love to let 119 assist with lead, but I've already got an assist check from Percy.
Okay.
So I will go ahead again then.
Mhm.
Could not be worse.
Literally worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's still a 9.
Yeah.
It's still a 9. Would you like me to visibly represent the clock?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I think it's funny on not having it visible.
All right, we'll vote.
How about you have it visible, but you have the hands on the clock be wrong, right? Like it's 12:43 now. So what are you actually gonna set the clock to? Is the short hand actually at 9, and then the long hand's actually at 5?
Well, I'm not going to do an actual clock.
How many minutes till midnight are we at?
11.
And then leave that. Okay.
496 minutes to midnight.
All right, there's your clock.
TikTok. Yeah, so what about Percy's threat attempt on the entity, basically? Or not a threat, but like, second, much more forceful invitation to resume negotiations.
That. Excuse me. So there's no visible reaction from Tor. You haven't seen him try to possess anybody else, and you haven't seen him force control over Samantha.
That's a start. That's a start.
It is very difficult to gauge if your threats are being effective against a mote of light, and even more so against one that you can't see.
Mm.
That's fair, honestly. That's very fair.
Before we continue, can we try and cheat the system just a little bit, and have Samantha be the one to move first?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Either we isolate it in one trip, or it tries to move again and we can shoot it.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good.
I like that, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
And given what happened when we shot it last time, that it sort of snapped back to its original thing, taking the one that it's already in might be the best option.
Yeah.
Because if we do successfully shoot it, we isolate it in one.
I'm down for that.
All right. Ginja, I'm going to remove all your circles here.
Fine.
Oh, the circles are mine.
Technically, the circles aren't mine, but sure.
Oh, okay. Good.
The arrows and dots are mine.
That far over. Huh. Highlighting them, it basically highlights a whole huge section. I'm going to go ahead and delete and see what it does. Ah, that's what it did.
It deletes my arrows.
It also deleted, for some reason, Selecting
Some of your
just
clock.
the arrows removed the clock.
Weird.
Now I've got to figure out how to back. Okay, very good. Yeah, that's weird. So yep, just trying to click, drag, and select the arrows. It's removing the clock. So give me a second. Let me put those on a different layer. Let's put those on the map layer. Oh God, I can't. God damn it. Oh, I know why. Okay. Layer. No, advanced. Back. Okay. All right. Just DM difficulties. No big deal. All right, and now I can select just those and do that. All right. Let's see. Did I bring it in? I did not. Sorry, guys. This is going to come in huge. I apologize for your connections.
Oh, that is quite sizable.
Yeah.
It is.
But I have a hardwired connection, so I'm safe.
Yep. Shiny.
Very shiny.
All right, that's who is currently being possessed. I intended to make boxes so that you could try to isolate, but unfortunately, it was kind of a moot thing. I don't actually have the images for them all. I just totally forgot. There's no way around it. I just forgot. So I'm just gonna remove that. I don't want an image for just one and not others. That was a complete waste of everyone's time.
Yeah,
So your current plan is try and convince Samantha to isolate herself.
I mean, convince as in shove and or carry.
Okay. Any overt action there will put a tick in the box if you can't convince her. If you physically move her, that will not cause an eruption. It will not break the tenuous calm you've got, but it will be a tick.
Okay. Let's try this then. Percy will look to Samantha as the rest of the crowd is sort of backing off and go, so hey, for both of you actually, there's two ways that this can go. One of them gets it done quicker, one of them's less pretty for all of us. Either you walk out further away from the rest of the group, and he gestures vaguely back. Either you walk out further, or we carry you out further. There's, what, 4 of us that you can't hop into, and 1 of you. We can definitely do it. It's not fun for us, it's not fun for you. Takes more time fucking around. So, what's it to be? We walk?
Samantha goes rigid.
Mm-hmm.
You humans are all the same. Would kill what you do not understand.
I would kill what I do understand too. Just
It's not like you've tried to explain it to us.
Exactly. Exactly. You don't get to lord your superior mysteriousness over us and then complain about us not
Mere
understanding when we ask you
ants.
to tell us.
You explain the sun and the moon to the bugs crawling beneath your feet.
I mean, I
If they
think if the bug looked up and asked, I'd consider it.
Curious little one.
You know, you're just a parasite, right?
Humans are parasites.
You are literally using our bodies to communicate.
as
You are-
humans ride horses.
Tick tock. Do you want carried or not?
Roll me a connect charisma check.
Oh fuck.
Oh,
well, well, get you
Well.
that check for everyone.
No evident results from that roll there.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. I take that back. The evident result of that roll is a slight forced grin. The host agrees with me.
Hmm. Again, we have absolutely no reason at all to believe that you're telling us a single word of the truth. You have given us no reason to believe you're telling us a single word of the truth. Percy just sort of glanced back briefly. Are the rest of the group? You said we had a rough idea of what its range was like, judging by the jumps that it was making before. Are the people?
Well, I mean to say that you are slowly sizing up how far you know it can jump, and
That's fine.
Hmm.
That's
yeah.
fine. Are people out of that? How far we know it can jump range?
No. I didn't get the sense that you were actually trying to move other people away yet. Did I miss that?
I thought at least was.
Okay, then that's fine. I do think that's fine. I'll allow that. You'll still need to move Samantha some more before before she's out of range of anyone else that you know he could jump to.
Okay.
I think it's worth
Yeah.
taking the check.
Yeah. Okay. Do we have any other fancy plans or arguments, or are we just going shove?
Yeah. Either way, this separates her in one swing.
Yeah. No, I mean, any fancy arguments or questions that we can give to Samantha, or are we resorting to physical confrontation?
As a GM, I will say that connect check was for Samantha, not for Tor.
Mhm.
You've exhausted your diplomatic slash social kind of moment with Samantha for now. Further
That's fine.
social will not.
That's fine. Percy will gesture to Doug, and together we shove.
Okay. He did settle on that. All right. As this is happening, let's get a couple skill checks. First of all, we'll get the exert skill check from Percy. Hang on, is Doug's better?
Doug's is almost certainly better. I would like to assist Doug here, not the other
Oh
way.
wow, Doug's is way better. Yeah, this is.
You don't need to rub that in.
Go ahead and roll your assist. It cannot be with exert. It has to be with something else.
Okay. Okay. How about
I will let you use a combat skill for this, by the way,
Okay.
because this is very much a movement that would be like part of any combat experience or training if Percy had it.
Okay.
Yeah, body
Are you-
blocking, moving, tackling. It all goes
you-
into all three of the combat skills.
Are you willing to let me cajole her forward with the threat of a blade so that I can use stab?
You don't even need to threaten the blade. In fact, what I'm telling you is that you can use shoot. You're not waving the gun. You just
Okay,
are drawing on knowledge that you gained while getting shoot up to 3 or 2 or whatever you have it at.
3.
3, yeah.
I'm not going to complain if you want to let me use shoot.
Okay. It is a strength check.
Okay, that's fine.
Go ahead and roll that. As this is happening, Elise, whether they succeed the skill check or not, you see Tour jumping. He has a window. He's trying to jump immediately as they move towards Samantha.
Can I shoot him again?
You can certainly try to shoot him again. I'm gonna make Doug's skill check here. Actually, Nox, are you in a position that you can open up other character sheets, or is that problematic for you right now?
I can make an attempt.
Well, I don't want to stress out your setup there. Let me have somebody else do it. So somebody else that's Ellie, are you present in the scene? Are you present right now? Like
I'm watching.
Okay, fantastic. Go ahead and pull
I've
up.
just been listening.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Pull up Doug's character sheet, and you're going to make skill checks for him. I really do
Cool.
prefer when players make the NPCs and the absent player or unable to roll 20 player skill checks.
What am I rolling?
So we're gonna get an exert with strength.
Exert strength.
Mm-hmm.
Beep boop.
Okay. That is enough. He did. Unfortunately, Percy did not get the 10 needed to maneuver Samantha.
Unfortunately, Doug is. built
Sorry,
like a
not 10.
brick.
8. Because you have two of you. And Elise, you have another opportunity to snap attack. Do you have to snap attack though?
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you gonna spend the strain again?
Yes, and
Okay.
I am again deliberately choosing not to burst.
Okay.
I don't know if this is actually going to be a tangible benefit for us, but I imagine firing one singular shot at a time instead of a collection of them implies more control for the rest of the people present.
It does. It also prevents the extraneous shots from hitting the ship.
So,
Assuming you hit the entity, of course.
Right.
Although that looks pretty promising.
Which exactly hits.
oh fuck.
So you know the target number. You need to roll a 7 or better.
Yeah.
Or if you run out of system strain, an 11 or better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you pass it to Percy so that he can go on entity shooting duty. Because I would only need to roll. Let me see here. What would I need to roll to hit a scene? I need to roll a 6 to hit that.
Yeah.
You were overruled, Viral. You get to see the ticks in the box. Alright. Yeah.
Sure.
Samantha is pushed back by Doug and Percy, and as part of the previous skill check, Elise, even as she's firing the rifle to prevent Tour from possessing another host, is able to keep others from surging forward back into his range, and back into what you perceive to be his range. And you bowl Samantha to the back edge of this cargo area. She is fighting against you this way.
She can try. We made this quite clear.
She doesn't seem terribly up to the task. As in, like, she is not a physical powerhouse. She is not someone that could fight, burly people maneuvering her. And she's not being aided by whatever Tour can bring to bear.
Yeah. Because he can't, because he's a spooky little ball of light.
As you wall her off, and real quick, as you wall her off with Doug and Percy, and Elise keeps the crowd controlled, and you can see that they're getting more agitated. They do not like what's going on, and there are certainly some people that know Samantha, or at least that are from her ship, or at least know her, that are very concerned for Samantha's safety.
Yeah. I don't suppose it would do much to have Dash shout. We're going to bring her back safe, promise.
Does Dash want to start with that?
I don't know about shouting that, but yeah, there's probably something Das can say to ease things a little bit here.
Yeah. You're literally and statistically just a kid. You have the best chance of any of
Yeah.
it. By
Well,
seven orders of magnitude.
No, I have the best chance of being ignored because I'm just a kid.
You also have the least chance of looking like a violent psychopath because you're just a kid.
This is true. This is true. This is true. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I it's kind of a generic thing, but I think it'd be like, you know, we've got this under control. Stay calm. We'll get this sorted out, and you'll be able to go pretty soon.
Remind him that she's possessed currently.
Yeah, we're attempting to get to a point where it's not like randomly jumping around and we have to keep track of it. We'll do what we can to separate it out and get all of you back, but at the very least we need to make it not be in any one of you.
Okay.
At random, at any given point.
Roll me a connect charisma check.
Okay.
It's a shame you
Connect
can't sense need.
charismas. Yeah, can I sense the need to have put skill points into connect?
I was just gonna say it's a shame you can't sense the need for a good counter argument.
yeah.
Actually,
that would work as well.
I'll give you some mechanics behind this. You're getting the skill check only because of Just a Kid and the kind of puppet dog eyes or bright-eyed enthusiasm sway of social interaction. This would kind of piggyback on Elisa's skill check, and failure does nothing against you. Success will remove the tick.
Okay.
The difficulty is only 6.
It's 6, you say? Yes. It's 6. So yeah. If I'd have put literally any points into connect,
I was going to say.
Oh god, are you still on -1?
Yeah, I'm on connect -1.
Okay.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, of course I am. What do you expect? Das isn't the one connecting. Das does trade. I've got trade.
Is
really good trade, but this is
anybody using reroll abilities on this?
Is there likely to be another roll that Das needs to make?
Unlikely. I'd say.
Yeah.
I was going to try and assist, but
Oh, wait.
I mean,
I was
think
gonna say.
given the scenario for the roll.
Nox, if you want John to kind of pipe in with in some way, it won't be a difficult 6 for you. That's a special for Das doing this, but I think I could give a +1 bonus if you can make difficulty 10 and justify how John is helping in Das's endeavor here, meaning that he can't be threatened.
The justify help is that I was going to be trying to feed lines essentially. Just try to coach through it.
Okay. If you think that Das would take a little bit of a quick coaching from John,
It definitely wouldn't be like just an unconscious echo exactly what he says.
Right.
But like having a point made in a way that Das can see is yes, that's a good way of making that point. Yes, that would definitely get
Nox,
sort of echoed through.
Roll your lead charisma.
Yep, let me just change my thing from lead wisdom to lead charisma.
You can roll lead wisdom if you want also.
Yeah. From lead west to lead
No,
west.
That'd be a -1.
Mhm.
Did it roll? Did roll.
That's a
Oh,
good
that's
roll.
a 14.
That's a
Dash
good roll.
has a +1. You lose the X. I'm just gonna put it up
Nice.
here.
Yeah, just put it to the side. We'll need that later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely will.
Yeah, we'll need that later.
Okay.
Cool.
Over on the other side of this cargo bay, Samantha goes rigid. Cannot stop me. Hang on. It's a different voice. You cannot stop me.
Really? Then why were you so worried about getting out of that body when we started cornering her?
It is weak and pathetic.
And yet you came
Yet
in
you
the first
cannot
place.
survive without it. Otherwise, you just continue to leave, to fuck off, to go somewhere else.
The banter of fodder. What do you want?
Answers. Holy fuck, that's all we've been saying is we want fucking answers. You answer a few questions and we'll fucking leave.
Fine, you've pushed me into a little corner. What do you want answered?
Person.
Fuck.
Yeah, caught the car.
Yeah.
I did wonder about how someone else would have ideas.
Well, it called us vacant, right?
Yeah,
What exactly does it mean?
that's a good start. Yeah, you said the vacant thing, just like we are what we would consider soulless, but then you were snarking about how human philosophy is all wrong as well. So, how do you see it? What does it mean to you?
I thought I had answered that, but I can
Yeah,
see
you're-
this
you're-
difficult for your little minds to comprehend.
Your answer was your little minds wouldn't comprehend. Would you explain the sun and moon to a bug? That's what your answer was.
Mm.
Hmm. Well, there is so much. Can you be more specific?
Okay. Vacant in particular, then. You said that we don't have souls, but souls aren't quite the right way to describe it. But you're clearly interacting with something in her that you couldn't with me.
She has a soul.
A soul. Okay, so if it's a soul, then why were you saying before that soul is such a bad way to describe it?
Humans believe in some almighty creator, some god that made the universe, have for centuries, only until recently you started seeing bigger things out in the cosmos. You begin to glimpse the true magnanimity of your universe.
I'm open-minded, huh? So there may be a creator after all. Okay. Okay, see, that's better, thank you.
Did Percy say there might be a creator after all?
Just sort of muttered it to himself.
Okay.
Which, in fairness, it quite possibly had anyway.
There is no creator. There is a universe. There are universes. All tied together through metaspace and the place you call the infraworld.
I was gonna say, metaspace makes me inclined to believe this isn't all there is. Out of character, do we want to ask it about the Scream and or black ships? Not a rhetorical question, guys. Someone answer, please.
I'm thinking.
Give them a moment. We are past break, so if you guys want to take a break for a huddle...
Yeah, think up your question.
I just didn't want to break the scene.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know
Could at least ask it if it knows anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we're here. Mm.
There's no reason not to press it for all we need.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, break then.
it's made it hard for us. We can make it hard for it by asking all the questions.
Why don't we go ahead and ask the black ship's question if that's what you want to ask? I will answer that, and then we can take a break, and you can ponder that information and what questions you want to follow.
The fact that you say that tells me that this is going to be game changing. I'm down.
No, he's just gonna say that there's ships that are painted black. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
The Samantha / Tour hybrid smirks. She is becoming less
wait.
rigid.
The way that Percy's going to couch that question is, so, Infraworld, Metaspace, other universes, that doesn't surprise me. And then he just quite pointedly makes eye contact and goes, is that where the black ships come from then?
She smirks. The Samantha Tour hybrid is becoming less rigid, more relaxed, more natural.
Why can't I shake the feeling she's about to die somehow?
What's that?
Why can't I shake the feeling that she's about to die somehow?
And she says, the black ships are, think, invasion force.
Mm-hmm.
The evil aliens come into your little universe to see it to its end, shepherd it to its final bold moments. And
yeah, that's about what we expect.
Let's go ahead and take that break.
Menacing. Yeah, pretty much.
Bring us back into frame. He has just said that the black ships are an invasion force, and he clarifies a little bit that the black ships bring more Vega into the into your universe to help guide it along its terminal path.
More Vega?
Vega. He calls them Vega.
Didn't we learn that name already?
You did. It's come up a little bit.
Yeah.
Most of the data that you have from the Fear Itinera refer to them as Iden. IDEN.
Right.
Yeah. But there's enough to tie it to like Iden equals Vega equals what Tour is, right?
Yeah, it actually it's the other way around. Vega is Tour is Vega. Iden are also Vega. Iden were the Vega. Iden were the Vega that the Mu interacted with and felt comfortable living side by side with.
Yeah. Okay, so
Right.
my understanding of the Iden was that they're like this thing.
It sounds to me like the
Are Iden entities the same thing?
Vega is the. It sounds to me like Vega is the species, but Iden was like a group of them or something.
Correct.
Is that about right?
Yes.
Okay.
All
Okay,
Iden are Vega,
Okay.
but
And
not
Vega-
all Vega are Iden.
Yeah. And are Vega the same thing as what we know as entities, or different?
All Vega are entities, yes. There are
Okay.
other entities that are not Vega.
Okay, so there were some basically friendly versions of this little thing that were living with people that they called Iden. Got it.
Yes.
Okay, so... Right, so this little thing is basically a harbinger of the black ships. Huh. Vegan. Vega N.
You can, but only if you consider humans to be not meat. Although I suppose that depends on whether you consider possessing someone to be consuming them.
So, if I understand this correctly, there's a whole lot of these guys that are just gonna slip in here and then take us over as the inferior species, and then just I don't know live.
I do want to
My
make
under-
sure that everybody's on the same page. We are out of character right now. You'll need to tell me when you're going back into character.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
great.
my understanding is that entities / Vega are the sort of like heralds of the black ships, are like equal parts heralds and riding along in the wake. And the black ships are going to basically end this universe as we know it. Is that
So
more?
I
what,
don't
what are they
know.
heralding though? Like
Hmm.
I'm
The
not. I'm
upcoming
not.
black ships, I guess. You know what? You know what? Maybe, hear me out. Maybe these things are like markers, and the black ships are not coming to this universe. They're coming to where they are.
So if they're dead, then they can't come.
Yeah. Maybe.
Hmm. So you're telling me,
That we need to
telling
start.
me
We need to kill them all.
that
Yeah.
murder is okay in this instance, and that it is an acceptable answer.
There are a surprising number of instances for a space pirate where murder is an acceptable answer.
So did we figure out what this has to do with the vacantness thing? Like, what is
Uh,
the
so
importance of that? Like, why
as
should
far
they
as I
care?
can tell, vacant means that we don't have souls. It means that these little fuckers can't control us.
Hmm.
Yeah, but like, what does that matter to them? Because we're all gonna die anyway. Why do they
Uh,
need the control? Can they only? They can only survive with
Yeah.
a host, right?
Maybe, yeah. So maybe that's it. Maybe they can't survive outside of hosts. They need to be in hosts to hit to draw the black ships in, and therefore, if there are too many vacant people, they can't create a strong enough signal, draw the black ships to them. Maybe they're
Well,
worried that there's
depends how
some
many of
way.
them there are.
Hmm?
Depends how
Yeah,
many
yeah,
of them there are.
yeah. Maybe they're
Hmm.
worried that there's some way that the rest of it, because like
Can I
being
redirect you
so
guys
sure.
from theory crafting to
Right, yeah,
question
yeah,
crafting?
yeah. Yeah, I would like to try and figure out more about the relationship between this and the black ships, but like with what you said before,
Hmm.
like why they care about being in us. I doubt we can squeeze an answer out of it, but you're welcome to try.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know
worth
how.
asking, even if we don't think we're going to get an answer.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing doesn't seem to be particularly phased by threats of death or violence.
Yeah, so maybe it doesn't care.
So like, it probably thinks that. Well, one, it maybe doesn't have a concept or fear of death,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's possible. This could just be like a ghostly robot that we're talking to.
Yeah. I mean, you wanna try?
So here's my line of thinking, right?
Okay.
Whatever questions we pose to it, it needs an incentive, right?
Yeah. So if it
And
doesn't
its
care based on
incentive to answer us cannot be. I don't think that fear of death is going to work for much longer.
yeah. So what? So is there a way that we can give it a carrot rather than a stick?
Yeah. We need a carrot, and that's kind of what I'm trying to get at. Is like,
Yeah.
if we understand what it wants, then we can dangle an appropriately sized carrot for it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The only carrot that I can think of that might work is one of us vacant folk kills themselves. Not that we would actually do it, but
Yeah, but if it doesn't believe we do it,
mm-hmm.
then it
That is the
probably
problem.
doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm
Hmm.
dreadfully curious where the jump to a vacant folk kill themselves came from. I'm not saying it's a
Well,
bad idea. I just want to know where that came from.
well, we know that it hates us for being vacant. We assume that it is because it can't control us. Therefore, it's not unreasonable to assume that it wants us gone.
Okay.
That's just like you are so wrong, but so right at the same time, and you don't even know.
Dex is like, you're so wrong, but I like it updating notes.
No, I will say that I've been busy doing something else, so the notes are not being updated.
Yeah, you're setting up the next combat encounter that's going to interrupt.
I
That's
see you
fine.
typing. I see you typing away in that Discord channel.
I'm making a thread.
All right,
yeah.
all right.
Oh god.
For the listeners at home, he's
Those-
plotting against us.
He's always plotting against us. Do you mean he's plotting against us more than usual?
Absolutely. This is like extra plotting against us.
Why can't I shake the feeling that this thread about the attendance of this party is going to become relevant because we're going to need to hunt him down at some point? Why can't I shake the feeling? But yeah, so I do think.
I'm just giving you the visuals that I wish I had prepared for and like positioned around this little landscape here.
Okay, for the viewers, the listeners at home, right?
Viewers
all of
can
these
watch the stream.
images of the various party goers, they're very hot. Very, very attractive.
Yeah.
Well, you know, blame AI for that.
It's going to be very difficult to commit a, you know, an unsavory act against these people.
I disagree.
The pretty people go first.
But yeah, so is there anything else, from what we know of the entities, is there anything else that we could offer this one that we think it might want in exchange for answering questions?
I think let's just ask it straight up, like, what do you want?
That's fair, yeah.
Let's go. Okay, let's assume that you are all powerful, right? You know everything that is correct. What needs to happen? How do we help you?
Yeah. In exchange for questions, yeah. And I would like to figure out what the deal is between this and the black ships.
Yeah.
If it's willing to answer questions on that. I doubt it is, but we can try. Yeah, so ask away.
I think that can take us from out of character to in character.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, frame your question. Or do you want me just do you want to say it in character, or do you want me to just go with what you just said?
I can try and think of a way to phrase it in character.
Okay, I'd like that.
Yeah, so coming off, we just heard it talk about the black ships and harbingers of the end.
Mm-hmm.
We will unmake your universe.
So when you say the end, you mean all of us gone for good.
Yeah, so why does any of this matter?
You know, I asked myself that quite a lot recently. Just
And what answer did your little human brain come up with?
Oh, it's so
how does it work?
Your human brain?
No.
It doesn't.
How does the end work? Is there suffering? There better be suffering.
It's peaceful. By the way, Samantha is getting more and more relaxed. It's almost as if you're talking to Samantha at this point.
Getting used to it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Maybe when they get relaxed, they get stuck. That's why they kept swapping.
Or maybe some of the entity's personality comes from the host.
So yeah, I'll just keep pressing it.
Peaceful.
I'm not entirely convinced that this world has to be like this. I'm actually not a huge fan of it. So
Well, it's good because you don't have a choice.
Well, what if I wanted to speed things along?
Then off to Phaeton you go.
To Phaeton?
Phaeton in the NVQ system.
And what's there?
The impatient will find a use for you.
Impatient being more vacants.
No. Vega, who would speed along the process.
Why aren't you plus to speed things along yourself? Hmm?
Why rush things? It'll happen.
Why let things keep turning when they could be just as easily snuffed out? Why stop a well, why try and stop a wildfire when you could easily snuff out the little candle that started it?
Not sure which direction you're trying to point. Are you saying that maybe I would want to stop the end of your universe?
I'm
That's
saying
not possible.
why don't you speed things along
I like the
before
food.
people you like the food? You know that the food is well. There's one particular piece of food that's fine.
Oh, what is it?
They're called MREs.
Ugh, I've
Are we really
had
doing that?
MREs.
Huh.
He starts to, well, through she starts to describe a local native specialty from Tohoaiaoa, the planet down there. It's a a dish that culinary experts might recognize as being from Native America Earth, with a little bit of embellishment. But the main point is that the tour through Samantha starts describing a favorite food dish.
You know, I'm kind of surprised that you like food so much. You
And
know,
why?
when everything's snuffed out, food's going to be gone, right?
There is no stopping the end.
So why enjoy now? Hmm?
Because I can.
But for what reason? It's meaningless.
I'm gonna
You sitting
interrupt
back.
you on that real quick. Sorry, go ahead and finish that, and then I'm gonna interrupt you.
Okay. It's just like you sitting back trying to enjoy whatever eager amount of time that we have left. That is completely and utterly pointless. It's kind of asinine, really.
Yeah, you're hitting it with his own arguments.
All right, so interruption
And
is back at the crowd that you've separated. They are getting antsy with how long this has taken, and getting worried about Samantha and exactly who the fuck are you guys? So, among those that, oh wow, I think it's just Das, Asta, and Libra over there, unless Doug or Percy have moved away from Samantha.
a bit. Enough to give Elise space to do her thing.
Okay, so would Percy have walked the distance back to the other group?
Probably part way through. See.
Okay. Yeah, Percy is noticing the hushed murmurs of that you've been hearing, that you expect to hear from this situation, are getting that much more agitated. Obviously, Das right there with them. You're starting to hear the questions over your head of
Because she's small.
of plans starting to form to take control of the situation. The ringleader here is Mr. Jack Grunt Thompson.
Mr. What?
Hmm. Grunt,
Grunt, yeah.
Right. Yeah, sure.
who appears to have some ink spilled on his cheek.
Is that him? I have to go back and look at my.
In fact, a couple of them seem to have. I'm guessing it's AI artifacts.
No, that's just him looking rugged. AI is not terribly bad with artifacts these days. But that would come through from the weathered face description that I gave it.
Yeah, it looks like, I don't know, ink or something.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look clean.
Yeah, and Marco's got the same.
Marco is supposed to have scars. The AI is also not great with scars.
It's they're just black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't heal very well.
But apparently not.
That's fair.
What I would do if I were putting more time into it is just go into an editor and make them the same color as the skin. Apply a filter that kind of blends them together,
Yeah.
makes it skin colored.
But priorities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see that they are starting to get votes for who doesn't die.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's just Ellie being Ellie.
Yep, fair enough. So yeah, Grunt there, or Jack Thompson. Wait, did I say Marco Thompson or Jack Thompson? I said Jack Thompson, right?
You definitely said Jack because I said Mr. What?
Okay, yeah. Is questioning why they're just letting you guys run this show. That's his friend over there, and he doesn't like how she's been cornered.
We're running things because we know more about what's going on than you do.
Who are you, kid?
I'm with them.
Look at this little mascot here. And he turns away and ignores Das.
Yeah. I'll just sort of not like yelling at Percy or anything, but just sort of calling down the corridor in a more saying it for Jack than for Percy, but like
Percy sort of
Percy, we might have a problem down here.
What's up, Des? You everything okay?
Mostly. They're getting a bit restless.
Why should we listen to you? That's my friend down there. I don't like it. What I'm seeing.
You don't like the way that she's standing there very relaxed, talking to another woman, with everyone else more or less out of the way?
Hey, fuck you, man. You know what I mean. We're leaving. Come on, Samantha. And he starts breaking away from the group.
Percy just sort of steps in his path. No, bad move, bad plan.
Yeah, what are you gonna do about it? You gonna shoot me with that big gun here?
I'd rather not, but look.
He tries to shove Percy. You ain't getting in my way.
Percy just sort of skips back a step to avoid the shove. You probably wouldn't believe me if I gave you the short
Before
version.
you say this, go ahead and roll.
Okay, roll what?
He is physically trying to shove past Percy. So I'm interrupting your conversation there.
That's fine.
Roll. It would be exert dexterity, I think is the way you described it.
Yeah, sure. That's what I was thinking as well.
Okay, sounds good.
Come on. Oh fuck! I thought I pressed submit. 8.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay. So what is Percy just trying to step back? Because that will give him continued space to keep moving forward, or is Percy trying to prevent him from moving forward also somehow?
No, Percy's just trying to stay between him and the conversation that's going on, basically.
Okay. That's why I'm asking you there. If if Percy's moving out of the way, then he's
No,
going to
he's not.
need to do something else um to stop this guy from moving forward.
Yeah, no, I'd say basically the guy sort of. I imagine he sort of reaches out and shoves forward, and Percy, rather than trying to resist, he just takes the momentum, hops backwards, and lands on his feet, still in front of the guy.
Oh, and that's what I mean. That will still allow him to continue moving forward.
Okay.
That description of it. You've succeeded the skill check. I'm not taking that
Yeah, yeah.
away from you. I just
Yeah,
want the
yeah.
narrative to fit.
Okay. Does it perturb him enough that Percy just completely goes with it for me to get at least 1 or 2 lines in?
Sure, I'll allow that.
Okay. Percy just sort of takes a hop and goes, okay, look, you probably wouldn't believe even the short version, but do you not hear your friend talking about stuff she couldn't possibly know about the end of the fucking universe?
Can't hear anything over here.
I'm sorry, do you want to come a little bit closer, stand quietly and watch?
Yeah, I suppose that'd be alright.
Okay, come on then. And Percy just sort of steps out of his way and gestures forward a little bit. And then when they're like probably about the same distance away that Doug is, he sort of goes, okay, stop, and pats his shoulder lightly to stop him moving forward.
Alright. He'll take that. He'll accept that. You're letting him get close enough that he can hear the conversation.
Mhm.
Over the noise behind him.
I'm okay with that.
How close does that bring him? Does that bring him in within jump range
Oh shit.
that we know of?
Did
No,
Percy-
it's fine. We've seen it. Like the past couple of times that
Mm.
little boy has tried to zap out.
Yeah.
It's not gone right.
Oh, I think we can probably prevent it at this point, but
Yeah.
just something to be aware of is whether people are in jump range or not.
Yeah. In fact, Percy's actually gonna go, hey, wait here a sec, and step forward and tap Elise on the shoulder, like when there's like a pause in the conversation.
Okay, real quick. Nox, did you have something you were gonna jump in?
I was going to say, if that's the concern, could we broadcast what's being said, the conversation?
Hey,
I imagine that some of this.
Okay, you absolutely could. It's very easy to loop back whatever's coming through Elisa's vac suit.
Mm.
True, that's a better idea.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Gus will set
Yeah.
some up that loops it through.
So,
so
does
while-
John interrupt Percy as he's saying, would it feel better? Would you be okay stepping forward a little bit? Does John interrupt him then?
Yeah. And I'll say basically that. Just how about we patch you through the comms, and anybody that wants to listen in can.
Oh shit, even better idea. Yeah, that's even better. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. She's my friend. I just want to make sure that she's okay, you know?
Yeah, no, that's fair. Believe me, I get that. But like,
And that woman over there talking to her, she looks like a fucking snake.
don't let her hear you say that.
We're not here for your friend. We're here for the thing hiding inside your friend.
Exactly.
What even is that?
That's what we were trying to figure out. Well, we know
Fuck.
some of it. We're trying to figure out the rest.
Yeah, put it up on a Earl, put up a screen and broadcast ID for it. Let's all watch.
Yeah.
And if you guys are willing to broadcast the conversation from Elisa's point of view over there.
Yeah, sure. I'm down for that. Everyone else okay with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure we get a recording of it too.
Yeah. I'd guess we already are recording it, so.
And as the rest of the group's attention is turning up there, Percy leans across to this Jack guy and just whispers, "Oh, and by the way, don't fuck with the kid. She can destroy your online life in ways that you and I can't even comprehend."
That's just kind of stands there, just puppy eyes for a moment.
Uh, yeah, okay. All right. So the scene over at the other end of the airlock of the cargo bay is now being broadcast to one of the TVs set up in the cargo room. And let's turn back over to Elise.
You have a concept of what pain is?
Good start.
It's a great start.
Excellent start.
Uh, real quick question for you, Jackal.
Mm-hmm.
It's in yeah. Okay. Tor slash Samantha kind of just shrugs. I know that humans feel it.
Okay, good. So I'm gonna need you to channel the tiniest amount of sympathy or empathy or whichever the one that's accurately describing this is. Because since the moment I was born, pretty much, people have been trying to kill me, make use of me, to send me off to do whatever dirty task they wanted, and then discard me like I was some piece of garbage. I think you know that I'm psychic. I think you might got an inkling. The fact that I can track you across the room as you go from body to body. That there's no hiding from me, just like there's no hiding from myself and my ability to perceive my death. The thousands of times that it has happened in excruciating detail. Every time I've been stabbed, shot, and worse. And you're telling me that one day all of this is going to end and my existence will have been meaningless. And I'm fine with that. Honestly, I'm fine with that. What I'm not fine with is everyone else who has abused me over the years getting to live their life scot-free and happy in ignorance and then just blip out of existence. So I'm gonna need a little bit more than just the unwavering or the unknowing or whatever the fuck you called them on fighting. I want you to tell me how the fuck I make this happen faster. And I want you to fucking help me.
Well, that just got broadcast.
Yeah, I imagine it just like afterwards, Warren was like, "Oh, by the way, at least we're streaming."
10 years isn't enough for you to
No.
seek out your vengeance.
10 years.
No. If you gave me a button right now and I could push it, and it would do everything that you say is going to happen in 10 years, I'd be slamming my fist on it repeatedly until it actually took place. You telling me you don't want that?
Build condensers. I don't
Where?
care
How?
when this happens.
What?
I
You
go
keep
back to the
telling me to do
infraworld.
things. You're not giving me actual actionable things to do.
I've
Build
told
condensers?
you,
What the fuck
Phyton.
does that mean?
No,
I'm
we
not-
have the how on that.
I'm not here to inform you. I simply wanted to smell you to see why are you different from the fodder.
Why does it matter?
It doesn't. I've smelled you. You're uninteresting.
You're
I'd rather
useless.
have a
You just
banana
talk
split
big,
pie
don't
right
you?
now.
You just talk big. You don't actually know jack shit.
I know more about that rifle your friend is waving around over there. Something traumatic happened with it.
Do you think that's gonna get a rise out of me?
No, just a little resentment. What could have been known. You see, I'm
What
happy
happens when
with
you
where
lose
I'm
that
at.
body?
I'm happy with where I'm at. There's a stream that I can ride until the end and see what the next universe looks like.
Get out of that body.
Why? It's comfortable.
You want a place that's comfortable? Me.
Oh.
Don't tell me you can't.
There isn't enough of you.
Try anyway.
I did. You are lacking all of the stuff that makes humans whole beings. They're mere threads and tendrils falling away from you in little drizzles.
Pull me back together then.
I don't know how you're broken.
Figure it out.
I don't owe you anything.
There's only one way that you get to continue your 10 years eating fucking banana pudding or whatever the fuck. Do you get me?
You're threatening me? You can't
You-
kill me. I'm not
No.
some little puppy or you put
But I
down
can
or a
isolate you.
light bulb you can shoot out.
I can isolate you. Lock you in a room hundreds of kilometers away from any other soul. Give you the bare essential nutrient paste that's mixed in with water so that way you can only subsist, only survive, but not actually enjoy a single moment in silence and solitude.
On the other side of the cargo bay. What the fuck, man?
Jackal, against anyone else, that would have been a phenomenal threat. Against this one, I don't think. You're trying so hard, though.
I have to put a timer or a mark on the clock because
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
I was like, oh fuck, this is a bad idea.
Yeah, at least being suicidal / universicidal, and then threatening to lock a thing in solitary confinement for 10 years.
So that X is not just what Elisa said here. It's well, let me rephrase that. I'm not going to give you another tick on the clock for what comes next.
Oh God.
Tour through Samantha says, you would have to kill everyone here, except you. And that also creates a lot of commotion at the other end of the cargo bay.
I wouldn't have to kill everyone here.
You think you can isolate me that easily?
I think they all can go onto the shuttle and they can all go over to our ship. And then it'll be you and me until you acquiesce.
Grunt shouts down the cargo bay, I ain't leaving her behind, you bitch!
I'm not listening to him or responding to him.
Okay.
Just for reference.
Alright.
Yeah. I already got on his bad side. Someone else take a turn.
He's not going to listen to me.
He might. Percy's words put a little bit of fear in him of the Das.
He's scared of Das now.
He gave a thoughtful to that.
Okay. Yeah.
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 There's
Not really.
there's room if you want Das to step up on it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll point out that while, yes, in principle I agree, don't leave people behind. One of you is going to be, it's going to be in one of you. And I don't think it's fair to expect someone else to take that right now. So it's in who it's in. We'll deal with it.
That's not exactly a comforting argument. What angle are you going for here?
I don't know what angle I'm going for. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. I guess I'm kind of going for like yes, I agree with you, but see the full picture here. There isn't really a good way of doing it that isn't what we're saying.
I think the angle that you're going for is honesty, and that's why it's painful and not really working.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go with that. You can roll a talk or connect with that.
They're both -1. Yeah. The only like proper charisma skill that I actually have is trade.
Yep, and trade isn't an angle you went with.
I have perform, so, but only 0. But yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the entire point of this is you're not performing by telling them the truth.
Yeah,
Indeed.
yeah.
10.
Unfortunately.
10.
Oh!
And that's with a -1 on the dice. That's 11 on the dice.
A 10 makes it.
Impressive.
A 10 makes it.
Nice.
He grumbles and looks over at Samantha. So, it's at this point that I should probably ask you to roll high or low, because you've been guessing and doing your best to keep them far apart. It's going to be a question of, is it far enough apart? Is the space that you've got in the ship accessible to you without taking additional measures? Has that been far enough? And it's not a 50-50. I'm willing to hear arguments, or sorry, it's not only going to be a 50-50. I'm willing to hear arguments from you for why it should not just be 50-50, why the odds are skewed in your favor.
Well, I guess for a start, we will have used the maximum possible space.
Right, I am taking that into account.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we had Libra, who was very visibly intimidating the crowd by being a combat android, shepherding people away from the entity.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll have found like the largest distance between the two groups and taken that.
In fairness, Percy did slip up a little bit by bringing that one guy closer, but John caught it in time to bring him back and set up a stream instead of bringing him close enough to listen.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. All right. Who wants to do the roll? In this, you decide somebody decides whether you're going to go for high or low, and then somebody else rolls.
You know what? I think that it's very funny for the two people whose characters aren't physically there to be the ones who decide.
Are you able to make a roll, Snox? Or do you want to declare whether it should be high or low?
I can make a roll. You just type in /roll.
All right.
Low.
Then Ellie, you're calling high or low?
Low.
Low. All right. Roll a
Better roll
D100.
the worst you've ever rolled before.
Yep. Roll me a D100, Knox.
I want to see a nat 1.
That's not a 1.
It is not a 1.
Not a 1.
But it's not high either. 59 is not high.
Yeah, it's not particularly high.
Well, it is. You were. Wait, hang on. Low. Right. No, I got it backwards myself. Yes, you had a 70% chance. So calling low, if you'd rolled 71 or higher, the distance was misjudged. Well, not necessarily misjudged. Just the universe had conspired to give you just insufficient space. In this case, you're at about 12 meters away.
Oh, thank God.
Nox, high five. Good job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good combo there. Good combo.
So a 10-meter thing or something then.
And we go back over to Elise.
Mhm.
Go on, threaten him some more on camera. You know you want to. You know you want to. Come on, you've already said that you would end the universe faster. Double down.
I'm not opposed to doubling down. I'm just trying to figure out where I want to pick up.
I would like to see if we can get some, I guess, fact checking on the documents that we have.
Okay. All right. Give Jackal a little bit more time to pick up. What would you like to double check with the documents? You do still have Acid in the lab, as well as Riley, who can be helping along.
The documents have been mentioning Aiden. Samantha has been calling them Vega and has mentioned the Impatient. What is the difference between the three?
So, I can tell you without anybody even rolling that there is no mention of the Impatient in any of the data that you've gotten.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
We'd be, I guess, asking about that. It's we have a, I'm going to call it direct source of information, and we'd be crossing that with the document.
Yeah, no, that's a primary source.
Okay. So do you want Elise to ask about the Impatient?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll work that in there.
Okay.
Also, I know that the how of a condenser was mentioned. Do we have that in our documents?
Oh yes, you have a lot of information about the condenser.
We have an entire thing about condensers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we can definitely ask about that.
You can, yeah. If you've got questions about the condensers in relation to what Tour is saying here, it should be fairly easy for Acid and Riley to cross-check.
I get to work together with Acid. Hell yeah!
Get to work together with Acid. First off, the Impatient. Samantha just kind of rolls her eyes. They're just as they sound, the Impatient. They're Vega on that planet Phyton, who work to spread the subsumption of your universe into the infraworld.
You don't seem particularly thrilled to have their support.
I wouldn't mind another 100 or 1,000 years munching down on your tasty chips, frosted delights, salty meats.
Why?
Over at the other end, you hear grunt. Samantha's a vegan. This is awful. And Elise again. Why?
Yeah.
Why what?
Why are you so attached to this form or the other forms behind me? Why not give it a shot?
I'm not.
You are.
I
You will
don't.
not entertain the idea just a little bit that you could take over me.
I can't.
You haven't tried.
I have.
When?
You vacant are all the same. I can see
When?
it.
When did you encounter your last vacant?
Never, just now. And you shot me.
You keep going to people that aren't me.
I can't enter you.
Then why don't you just leave entirely? Why do you have to be in someone?
The
Keep my
space
phone
isn't suitable for Vega.
This space is in the lack of things around us, the lack of living creatures. Could you inhabit a hamster? A worm?
Not a hamster or a worm.
It'd have to be
Chicken, for some reason, yes.
a chicken.
Samantha shrugs. Yeah.
And yet, there's just one indelible quality about me that is,
Well, 4 of you.
I want you to ignore them because they're unimportant.
First true thing you said.
We are conversing right now. There is nobody else. My crew, Samantha's crew,
Samantha rolls her eyes.
irrelevant.
Yes,
of
yes, you feel so very, very important. Carry on.
I want you to try now.
Oh my god, if it will stop. There's a slight release of the tension in Samantha. She had gotten relaxed enough that it was hard to tell that there was still a little bit of rigidity to her, but this release, it sounds like Samantha is actually saying this. Oh my god, if you just, I think it's saying it will. Maybe put the gun away?
Percy
No.
steps forward. Percy steps forward. I'll take it.
At least we'll
Listen,
reluctantly hand it over.
how would you feel if you're, I guess, like him? And like you jump from person. I saw you shoot it in the middle of the air. Did you say that Percy's coming up to try to take the gun from Elise?
Yeah.
Is Elise look like she's going to hand it over?
She will, but regardless of the trueness of this statement, she will basically remark that Percy won't be able to see it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
All right. Well, Samantha's gonna try and take the gun from Elise. It's not gonna go well for Samantha unless Elise rolls terribly.
Okay.
But that's still what's happening here.
What am I rolling?
Let me get back over to the stars. Page 55, I think, is around 55 is where we're going to be looking at the disarmament. 52. So, she makes a attack roll. I'll go ahead and play it by the combat dice for this. Let me just make a quick attack roll. There's no modifier. Oh wow! Does that hit Elise's AC in a vac suit?
Backsuit would be 13 AC, so yes.
Oh no.
Okay. All
Oh,
right.
no.
Don't worry. There's another roll for this. Next, there's a no damage to that. Dex or Strength modified skill check with the weapon they're using. So, Elise can make a Dex or Strength shoot check and gains a +3 bonus on the roll. Yeah, like I said, this isn't gonna go well for Samantha.
Hmm. It's like I guess the first one is like Samantha can touch the weapon,
Yeah, basically, yeah.
but then the next thing is, does Elise manage to hang on to it?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty high. That's
Yeah.
pretty high.
And Samantha is proficient here, so she gets her skill bonus.
Which is
Not enough.
+2. Yeah, she would literally have needed to roll double sixes to get that.
Yes, to tie. And
Yeah.
PCs win ties. Oh wait, I'm sorry. On a tie, it's got specific rules for disarmament. On a tie,
Oh.
both are disarmed because
Oh,
it's
right.
assuming that you're
You
using
end
the
up
weapon to
dropping it.
disarm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it falls to the floor, and then Percy lunges down and snatches it.
Yeah, this time it didn't. At least handily maintains control of the rifle, and I'll let you describe how that looks, Jackal.
I think it's probably like an unexpected lunge forward, grabs hold of the rifle, and then Elise just, instead of like trying to like yank on it, lets herself get pulled forward and just knees Samantha in her gut to make her drop down.
Oh. Okay. And she kind of just slides down to the ground. Oh, fuck. Grunt actually chuckles over there as if, like, yeah, I've seen this shit before. I do have little personalities for all of them.
Yeah,
So Elise will hand the rifle over to Percy, and then pick up Samantha like by the shoulders on her shirt. You know, just like lift her up
Uh-huh.
best she can.
Yeah, she's not fighting to lose. She gets back up. I had to try.
It was a bad attempt, but you know, maybe I appreciate it just a little bit. Now that you're not just some, you know, cowardly gourmand
Fuck you.
eating person.
I respect the hustle, Percy chimes in.
So
Yeah.
you're gonna attempt.
Well, I'm not in
Or not.
control here. I don't know what this thing's gonna do. It's quiet now.
Well, it should be trying to jump over to me, and I haven't seen it move out of you yet. So
Maybe it doesn't wanna. You know, maybe it just doesn't like your perfume.
it has to.
It doesn't like you before you
Otherwise,
smell.
you are not gonna like what I'm going to do next to make it.
You know you're broadcasting to everyone that you're gonna kill me, right?
I don't give a fuck what they think because they won't even get a chance.
And my friends aren't gonna stand for that, right? I have no control over this thing, man.
It can leave whenever it wants. So you can either do two things for me. You can either shut up and wait for it to make its choice, or you can attempt to coax it out of you and help me. Because there is no third option. There's no
Dude.
more protesting I want to hear out of your mouth.
She kind of looks up the ceiling. Dude, whatever you are, just fucking do what she says. Look, can I at least like have my hands on the gun?
No.
Look,
You're a terrible negotiator.
Look, I'm all the way over here with the gun. Do you think I'm going to be able to shoot you from this distance?
I don't think Elise
Elise is
gave
just
person the gun.
chuckling. You think I'm negotiating?
I thought you did.
Did at least give
thought-
Percy the gun?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See, I'm all the way on the other side of the room, next to your friends even. What are the odds I could shoot from here?
Pretty fucking good, man.
Okay, okay. Tell
Like,
you what.
I don't know, put it behind your back or something.
Tell you what. How about this? Percy literally takes off like a wristband or something, puts it over his eyes. I can't see. Are you happy?
No, none of this makes me happy. But
Are you happier
that
I'm not going to shoot you?
take off your shirt.
Sure. No, Percy literally does fold his shirt up over his head.
He's gonna take off the back, or at least not take the back
Under
suit
the
all the way
back.
up, but
Under-
fold
yeah.
it down.
Yeah. Fold down the back suit, fold the shirt up over his head.
Oh,
There we go.
fuck, nice. All right. Samantha's grinning a little bit, and and there is a slight flash coming from Samantha, streak towards Elise.
As soon as I see that there is a decent amount of distance, like of separation,
Mhm.
I am going to, as best as I can, throw
Oh, shit.
Samantha to the other side of the room,
Oh!
directly at Percy.
Like
Oh!
10 meters worth of.
As far as I can.
Okay. All right. Let's see how far it goes. Go ahead and make a strength exert check.
I'm not expecting to get 10 meters thrown on a grown adult,
Yeah.
but I want to see how far I can get.
Okay. So this is towards Percy and towards the other group, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, Elise feels the same thing that I described earlier to oh gosh, I can't even remember who that was. I'll have to listen back so I know who experienced it. But it's this kind of sensation of the sounds of the cello, and she actually gets so I take it back. She gets a little bit more experience. The sound of the cellos and the blue light washes over her like it's not just waves lapping at her feet on the beach. It's the whole ocean experience in cellos and blue. The sea breeze wafting past her, and it's like the ocean, the waves, and the breeze are trying to swirl around her and grab her, but it's just water. It's just air. There's nothing it can actually do to hold on to her, and she can feel that, and she sees Tor snap back to Samantha.
Percy can take a shot at it if you shout.
If you want to. I'm not going to force you to shoot it.
I have my shirt over my head. I don't know what's going on.
I don't think that there's really enough time to shout and for somebody to respond and make a shot. It happens too fast. It really only can occur on a held action specifically reserved for it, or as a snap attack, but not one where you have to also be told by somebody else to do it.
Hmm.
It's too fast. It's like if somebody had the ability to react fast enough to shoot a bullet out of the air, but they had to wait until somebody else said, "Oh, shoot the bullet."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understandable.
By the time they've said shoot the bullet, it's too late.
Yeah.
You've
Yeah.
lost your opportunity. Yeah. But Samantha goes stumbling. If Percy is close enough, if Percy wasn't, farther away,
Blinded.
let's
I'm
see.
also blinded.
How far away did Percy go?
Next to the cluster of people.
Okay, then no, Percy's not close enough.
He's
At
not,
least
he's
did
not.
not toss Samantha 10 meters.
Rep.
Samantha does not stumble to the ground. She does stumble, but she's not fall to the ground with this. Um, and uh, she makes an offhand comment. Fuck, buy me dinner first, at least.
Why don't you satisfy me first? Fuck.
Hey, I want the dinner. You want tour satisfaction. This is getting weird.
Little bit. Little bit.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it's actually not too bad. It kind of a little warm and fuzzy feeling.
Good for you.
Just saying, you don't know what you're missing. She grins impishly.
Lisa's just gonna grab her collar and then drag her back to the other side of the room.
Oh, come on! Not in front of everyone else.
How many times have I told you I don't want to hear you speak?
She rolls her eyes, but she smirks. She's enjoying some small part of this. She's enjoying her own little rebellion. That's it. And then she nods. Alright, I get it.
I don't think you do.
No, I get it. There's this fucking ghost in me, and you want something from it. It's not giving it to you, and I'm the bait, and dead if it doesn't do what you want. I get that.
No, not dead if it doesn't do what you want.
Have you been listening to her? And
Yeah.
she without actually trying to extend anything to where Elise can
Yeah.
snap or grab it, she points a little finger at her.
Yes. How long have you been working with her for?
Okay,
What is that supposed to mean?
fair point. I'm not talking to you now. I'm talking to him.
I'm telling you, I don't want to hear you speak. What the? As she looks over at Percy, what the fuck does that mean?
That I don't think you would just straight up murder someone that you already said that you mentioned earlier you weren't going to.
Get these people onto our shuttle.
Person just sort of with the shirt and.
Samantha straightens up. Says, don't do that.
You sit down. And Elise is gonna pull out a knife.
All right.
Holy shit!
Ooh.
Holy shit!
Let's well,
We've been pointing guns at each other this entire time. Why is everyone going crazy when someone brings out a knife?
Because it's Elise.
because it's
Elise
a
has
knife.
trauma. Elise has knife trauma.
Yeah, because it's Elise pulling. Like, if Percy suddenly pulled a knife, it'd be like, okay, what are you doing? Elise pulling a knife is like, what?
It's like character development.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is new. I don't know what's happening.
All right. Well, we are. Oh, I misread that. I thought we were like 3 minutes away from the end. Okay.
23.
Still rigid. Are you going to kill the girl?
Oh, you're back now. Isn't that funny? And then she'll look back. Percy, I don't see that these people are moving onto the shuttle.
They move, you die.
That's so.
Are you in a place to make these threats? You're a useless little woman.
All right. Well, Tour is making the first move.
Being
So,
dry.
we're going to resolve his action and then roll initiative.
Yeah, Dex, about that. Would you say that's a surprise round for him?
this still goes into the way I run combat. Combat starts when there's combat. So
Okay.
whoever does the thing first is
Uh-huh.
going to do the thing.
Okay.
There's surprise rounds are good for like if there's an actual ambush set up,
yeah.
then yeah, absolutely multiple people can do the thing. But otherwise, it's just a person that's out of combat does something that brings it into a combat state.
Okay. No, I was just wondering for the wording of like alert one, meaning you cannot be surprised. I was just
Right.
wondering how that relates.
I will definitely confirm that Percy is not surprised by this. But no,
Yeah.
nobody's going to be surprised. Nobody's going to lose anything on the first round here. So, Elise, go ahead and make me a physical save.
Do I not have any opportunity to use intuitive response to go before anything else?
This is once this is resolved, then yes, you will. But you cannot go before this because this starts the combat to which you can intuitively respond.
Yeah.
What
I
about
understand.
terminal reflection?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair.
In
Terminal
combination?
reflection does. Hang on, real quick. Automatic triggers.
That's another combat surprise thing.
So yes, terminal reflection will allow Elise to see this occurring as a result of Elise drawing the knife and threatening, and can I'll give you the additional information of it is in response to the insistent push to get the people away from Tour.
Interesting.
So if you change that, then this action is nullified. If you continue in the same vein that provokes it, I'm keeping what was rolled.
And I'm ready to fight to blow some steam.
That's just
Well-
20 damage.
With a physical save for half.
Uh-huh. It is heavy damage, heavy weapon damage on a failed save.
Okay, real talk. Do we want this combat? Because if not, I will just turn back the clock.
I'm down, and I'm sitting here with like a sufficient amount of weaponry, including the in case of entities gun, which I can throw back to you probably if you want it. So
I do want to remind you that the people at the other side are not necessarily on your side.
that's true.
Mm.
They are not a non-factor in this, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I was
Yeah.
about to just play it off like, oh yeah, no biggie, but that is actually significant. So I'll leave it to you, Elise. Honestly, I think that at this point we just cut our losses and leave them.
I don't think we even need to use Anguished Vision here, Jackal. I think the Terminal Reflection is pretty much ripe for this situation.
I'll take it.
Yeah. I mean, it leaves you your Anguished Vision for something else.
So I will, if this is what we want to go with, we'll stop the insistence.
Okay. Elise does get that glimpse into maybe some of the reason behind Tor's confidence. He is not weaponless, even in Samantha.
So it's because they all. That's interesting. So it's because they all care for each other and will attack us for each other. Hmm.
Yeah, you know what? I suppose I'm gonna lump that into Elise's vision also. She also sees chaos erupt at the other side. She knows that provoking this is going to cause more than just battle between Tour and your group. I think that's a fair read from the terminal reflection that she just got. So she winds that back and doesn't push the threat?
She will not then.
Okay.
Not wind back or not push the threat?
Not push the threat.
Fair.
All right. Well, then this actually seems like a really good place to hang the session. It gives you guys time to think how you want to continue to approach this, knowing what threat is faced, and come up with an approach. Yeah, using the same word twice. Come up with an approach for next session. Nox, I'm sorry. I know I said I expected the group to be out of the swarm this session. I did also preface that with I'm usually terrible at judging these things.
Yeah. Fine, it's fine.
Yeah. I figured as much before the session started, but
That's fair.
yeah, no, this is great.